Hey Gemini, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. If you check the description box below, it talks about the significance of the spread, how to use it, and the placements of the cards. So Gemini, here we go. Ooh. Gemini, you are hoping to find the solution to a problem which makes you feel like you are constantly lacking. Okay? So you are hoping for a solution to a problem that leaves a very empty void within yourself. You fear that every time you start something new to help you fill that void within yourself, that there's this moment of self-doubt that comes in and stops you from starting everything anew. So you're fearing a solution to a problem, or you're hoping for the solution to a problem, and you're fearing what it takes to solve the problem at the same time. It's like you don't have the confidence every time you come up with a new plan. The reality of the situation is that this is all up to you. You have the potential to steer the ship in the direction that you want, but you have to allocate your resources. The problem is you keep counting your resources and counting your resources, but you don't actually add up your resources and process them to a framework because you don't have the confidence, because of your fears, you don't have the confidence in yourself to solve the problem. Gemini, what do you got going on? It's funny because the cards have such simple messages, but when you put them all together, it's just so complicated. What kind of a problem are you guys dealing with? So you're conflicted on just how to allocate your resources properly. It kind of feels like you're going back and forth in your head, like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I do this, should I do that? I could do this, I could do that, but you're never really taking action. And that can be problematic. You are waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen, and you want illumination, but the longer you stay in your head without actually taking action, the more confused you get. So I was hoping for insight on what this problem was, and all I'm getting is going back to the planning of the problem. So here's what I'm going to say, Gemini. I'm going to put these cards down. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to do kind of a piece of advice or bestow a little bit of wisdom of things that I've had experience with in my life. So I'm going to step out of the cards here and just step into me and say that overthinking a situation messes up a pretty picture in your head. Okay? When you think about this problem that you need to solve, you paint a picture in your head of what the solution could be and what that outcome will be once you apply that solution. And you like that picture. But then you go to frame that picture and you go, oh, wait, this isn't in the right space. I'm going to paint over that. And then you're like, oh, wait, well, this isn't the right color, so I'm going to change that. And then you look at it and you're like, well, is this really the best I can do? What if I just change this other thing? And then what if I just change that? So what you're doing is you're creating a long-term project out of a problem. You know, my mom used to say when I was a kid, everything with you is a project or a problem. And that's exactly what you're doing here, is you're completing a project and then you're finding something wrong with it. You're completing a project and you're finding something wrong with it. And you're completing a project and you're finding something wrong with it in your own head. You're never actually putting any of these solutions into play. So my thing is pick a solution. You've already thought of 100 of them. Pick one and put it into play. Because even if, pardon my French, but even if you fuck it all up, at least it's something. Because if you don't ever do anything, you're not going to be any better or worse. Even if you mess it up, at least you'll learn something and you'll move forward from it. But if you stay in this energy, it'll be a project and a problem for the rest of your life. So, Gemini, I know that was harsh, but I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and good luck with this problem that is so deep, so deeply rooted in your head. It's not even showing up in the cards. It's just showing up as inner conflict. Inner conflict, lack of action, lack of self-confidence, and just constantly hoping for a solution. Pick one and go with it. You'll be okay. I promise. You have my permission. Just go. All right. I hope you found a message that serves your higher good, and I'll see you next week.